Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome on in to another video. This week, figured would be a good week to kind of relax, settle down, show you my live nest for the very first time. Last week we had our celebration for 600 subscribers, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate y'all. This week, I figure I'd show you my live nest, get to talking a little bit about, myself, things that I do in Sky, boundaries, things like that. So if you're here for it, I appreciate you. Figure it's about time, this is the 8th video. Can't believe it, 8th video. That, for those of you that don't get a chance to catch me live and ask questions and get to know me a little bit better, I know watching videos is one thing because you're looking for something intently, but to actually get to know the person, behind the videos, or the Sky Kid behind the decorating and all that, is something different. So, yeah. So sit back, relax. If you're enjoying the content, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment down below with any other questions. Who knows? Might put them in another video as we go along, further decorating. So let's get started. Typically, when I make these videos, I delete nests, but this is a fully formed nest now at the beginning of the video. I spend a great deal of time here with my friends, and lately it's been a little bit more difficult since the patch update. I used to be able to close out the game, and my friends stayed here in the nest, and it's been a little sad recently because I, for one, have gotten sick, so I didn't stream this whole entire past week, and that's been in of itself difficult, but I still find myself here in the nest, waiting to see if anybody will come over. I don't typically film in live, and the reason that I don't is because, one, I have more currency in beta and access to other items that I don't in live, but also secondly because I don't want people to teleport over like I had mentioned in the first video. The number one thing that I do in my nest is relax. It's my number one place to just chill, hang out, and this is very much what I do all day. It's just imagine that Cinna is, my cat, and I'm just sitting on the couch, watching TV. A lot of the times when I do have friends over, usually they're sitting on the couch or very much all the time sleeping up on this little nested part that I made for myself. And it's kind of cool because I guess the way that your Sky Kid sleeps before the update, your Sky Kid wouldn't close their eyes, and even now they're kind of open, so it was kind of cute to kind of just sit here and watch as multiple of my friends who are chibi, just kind of get into each one of the little tubes off of the wall and just kind of sit there. I showed this to you in pictures the other day, a couple videos ago, so if you missed those, well, here is the full realized version of that. I figured today, while we're talking, maybe we could make a couple of updates since we've gotten a couple of items, and we'll just take it from there. So let's get to it, get into that decorating mode. And I do have a little bit of space, so that's good to hear. Good to know. There is a new item that was in the shop that I just purchased this week. I think there's a couple of good items. They did require some Eden candles. So I've been doing Eden weekly for a while, so I have some of those built up. Not much, but some. This is a big one. I was not expecting this to be this big. Maybe this is my very first big carpet here in live. Nice. I believe this costs some Eden candles, or maybe it actually cost on real candles. I don't remember. There were some other candles that were actual candles that you could purchase as well too. So that was really interesting. But yeah, maybe let's decorate this a little and see where it goes from there. I was talking about places that I feel cozy and to just kind of relax. And my nest is definitely that number one space, and being able to curate that space, change it as needed or remove things and add things as I go along, really help bring another level to this game that I didn't realize that I wanted. A lot of the times, you think about problems that Sky faces in terms of like currency and discussions about currency and how to grind things to be able to achieve things. And there is a point where like it starts affecting your mental health because you're like, well, this isn't going to work. Or you really start thinking about what things you can do realistically with the amount of time that you have. And the only hints that I have, especially because I create content, I make videos weekly, and if I'm not doing that, I'm live 3 times a week, is make sure that you put space out there for yourself. I guess this past entire week I've been feeling like awful, terrible about not streaming, about not making content, lives, not videos, because I kept doing that, and I actually posted a TikTok this week too. I can only imagine that if I was just a regular old Sky kid, trying to get by with what little currency I can get, grinding daily. I don't know. The number one answer that I always have to people that ask, like, how do I get more currency, like, faster and things like that? And it's just kind of like, in the 2 years that I've been playing this game, there really hasn't been an answer to that. Like, there isn't a shortcut. There isn't, I don't know, there isn't a quick way. And I wish that there was. But I guess technically there is a quick way if you just decide to swipe and support the game in TGC. But a lot of people, aren't capable of doing that, of course. Not having the funds or anything like that as far as that goes. I don't know where I was going with that. We were talking about boundaries. We were talking about what things to do to help yourself feel safe. And one of those things that like I've seen around, and one of the things that like I don't practice, is kind of approaching this game with ways that make sure that you put yourself first. And that's the only thing that I can think of as far as like what hint to give is, if you're putting yourself first in this game, right? And really thinking about like what things realistically you can do in terms of like cosmetics and how much time you can dedicate to the game and making efficient use of that time. That's really all what it's about when you think about that. And when you're making friends, it's the same thing, right? Like in Sky, you either decide that when you start the game, you're going to be like the moth adopter. You're going to be teaching other Sky kids to do that. For me personally, like that's not me. I tend to do that more for live streams. So if you are new and you are here to kind of get some questions and stuff answered, you can leave a comment and I'll be happy to answer them or comment back. Or if you want to join it live, I'd be happy to answer. And that's the way that I felt, that I could bring about me helping moths. But otherwise, I tend to not light up any other moths. And that's my choice, right? Obviously. The people that I add on via QR codes. There's been talks of like cape codes, hey, if I wear this cape, don't teleport to me and stuff. But I'm trying to become a user of do not disturb spells, because for me, that is what works best for me. I think I'm going to move this blanket here. Honestly, I just don't know how else to have approached this game, because my Sky experience was unique. My Sky experience involved me starting to play the game on stream over on Twitch. And I had like my veterans were people that I met along the way that I added via chat or that sent me a QR code and would guide me and lead me. And there were folks in my community at the time that had convinced me to play the game. And when they did, they really were loving and encompassing and showing me the ropes and really respectful of the fact that I had not played this game before. And they very much were like, let Josh do it. They were very mindful of telling other people, like, hey, this is his first playthrough, just let him do it. And I think that's one of my favorite things about this game is that, like, and you experience that over on Twitch, is that there is a draw to watching people like experience this game for the first time. And I don't feel, as a boundary for myself, I guess, I don't feel enough to not be able to grab someone's hand and say, let me take you everywhere, and then don't let the person experience the game for themselves. Because there was a time that I was streaming that I finally had to make the decision, okay, no one's going to carry me anymore, and I'm the one that's going to do the leading. Like, I'm the one that is going to be guiding Sky Kids around and flying around and doing dailies and doing all kinds of things that you can do in a live. And when I made that decision to just kind of take the leap out there and set that boundary for myself and say, no, you're not going to activate the spirit and let me miss the story. I want to watch it this time, and I want to do it on my own this time. Really helped me figure out, like, the world around me that is Sky. It really helped me figure out, like, where to go for my candle run and what I wanted to do. It really helped me out in terms of how I want to run my wing light run, and it varies from Sky Kid to Sky Kid, and I have not met a Sky Kid that has, the same routes here. Similar, yes, of course, because there's, an efficient way to do things, but I guess it's different for every Sky Kid, and to start this game, if you're new, is to question, how you want to handle those things when they come up. Because at the end of the day, this is a social game, right? And if you don't know those things about yourself and how you want to keep your space safe in terms of boundaries, that's a very important question. Do I want to be led all through the whole entire way, or do I just want to explore the game on my own? And both choices are valid. Like, whether you explore this game on your own and then meet friends, or if you meet friends first and they're the ones taking you, or a friend convinces you to play this game, and they're dragging you all over the place and you're just kind of confused, not wondering what to do, just kind of like honking around and being like, oh my God, what's going on? It's wonderful, beautiful experience either way, because this game is like creates connections that no other game can. In a different way, whether like you're relaxing, sitting around, hanging out, decorating nests, whether you're all just chilling after a candle run, after, in someone's nest at the end of the day, just sleeping, AFKing. I truly believe that that's like one of the most unique experiences that I desperately didn't know I needed, while doing nests. But I really appreciate it for what it is as far as that goes. And I very much wish I could have told myself that when I first started playing, that I was going to discover like so many things about myself, that I was going to discover, like more friends and connections, that I didn't realize I was going to do that. And I did that in a healthy way. I did that in a way that, and I'm so sorry to have stopped moving in game, but I did that in a way that was what I needed. Sky was what I needed, and it came to me at a time that was difficult, especially when it came to like spending time talking about things like boundaries and things like that. So yeah, I'm going to make a couple of different other edits here. I'm not sure. I want it to feel a little bit more cluttered, and I want to add some more small things. So I might be removing some of the pillows, and then decorating the shelves and stuff like that here in just a second. I always say this every single week. I genuinely hope that for those of you that have gotten to this point in the video, I'm going to start my lives back up on Wednesday, so tomorrow. And if you do want to join the live and you're new around here and you want a great group of Sky Kids that I've cultivated over the past couple of years that I've been playing, that have gotten to know each other in a safe way and accepting of people's boundaries, join a live on TikTok, Twitch. And I say that because I've spent the past 2 years cultivating this like positive community, and it was because of Sky. Like, and it's fun and it's silly and it's chaotic. And if you liked today's discussions, you know, we often discuss things like that when we're not being silly and chaotic. And I just invite you to hit the subscribe button, become a pen, hit the follow button and all the socials, and join in, because at the end of the day, like, sometimes the game can be a little bit scary, and it can feel a little bit of a drag, but time and time again, I've proven to others and myself that playing this game with others gives a whole different experience. Playing this game with others in a positive way, playing this game with others in a place that's warm and accepting and safe, which I spent so much time trying to curate, brings so much to the game, and you don't want to miss it. So for those of you that are scared to check out, you know, the TikToks lives or the Twitch live streams, do it. Hit the follow button. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I think that's going to be it for this week's video. Just here, chilling in my nest. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a work in progress, just like this community is. And I appreciate you guys. So until next week, goodbye.